What's up, family? My name is Erin McCleskey. I'm an executive coach. I work with executives who are looking to redefine success in their personal and professional lives, as well as prioritize wellness as it relates to their performance as leaders. So thanks for being here today. This is Mini-bytes Session 55, and today's theme or today's topic, don't get stuck in the story. So this theme was inspired by a conversation I had earlier today, and is definitely relevant to my life and where things are at today. Don't get stuck in the story. So we're going to focus on three areas today. We're going to focus on the experience or the event, the sort of the challenge that arises from the event, and how to move from challenge and or problem into solution. Okay, so things happen along the way, right? Circumstances. We don't live in a bubble. Most of us don't live in a bubble. We might try to live in a bubble. I know I did. I moved to an island for a period of time. I tried my very best to live in a bubble, but that's not what I'm here to do. We do not live in bubbles. Things happen, interactions happen, challenges happen, traumas happen, catastrophes happen, tragedies happen. Today marks 7 years since my boxer, his name was Buster, 7 years since my dog went to heaven. He was my best friend. Those of you who know me for almost 10 years, he was like a son to me. And when he passed, I went into a period of depression. Although I was still performing at work, I was numbing and sedating with substances, and it was just a really, really challenging time for me. And I can recall speaking with a woman who also had close connections with dogs, and she said to me, she said, I started dreaming about my dog who died when I stopped crying about him and I started remembering the joyful moments that I had with him. And that really stuck with me. And at the time, I did not connect this with what I'm talking with you about today. But what was happening was she had a traumatic event. She had an experience. The challenge of that event was it made her sad. It made her really sad. And she sat with that sadness for a period of time, which was purposeful for her. And those emotions of sadness that she had and those feelings of loss that she had inspired her to step into feelings of joy, which became the solution for her. Because by stepping into feelings of joy and gratitude and appreciation for having had this experience of connecting so intimately with an animal, she was able to actually start having dreams about the dog. So it was when she moved out of the sort of problem or challenge of sadness, which was purposeful and an important part of her journey, and stepped into the solution of joy. The solution of joy, I'm going to be happy about having had this experience. I'm going to have gratitude for this experience. She then actually started seeing her pup in her dreams. And I can recall hearing this story probably about 6 months or so after Buster had passed. And I can recall saying, you know what? I'm going to start thinking about the joy that he brought me, and I'm going to start thinking about the happy times. And sure enough, I would start laughing out loud when I would think of Buster, because I started thinking about all the really hilarious things he did. And those of you who know Buster, he was a pretty funny dog. And rather than thinking about sort of the sadness of losing him, I was able to bring him back in a way and step into the solution of joy, appreciation, and gratitude. So this idea of not getting stuck in the story, I do not mean to say it's important. So what I mean to say is this. It's important for us to recognize the outcome of a situation. It's important for us to connect with the sadness and the emotions that come from trauma, divorce, loss of job, change of job, career transition, moving, geographic relocation, recovering from the disease of addiction. These are all massive changes, losing a loved one, a spiritual death, the change of a relationship death. These are all really important events that there will be a period of sadness. There will be a period of experiencing the problem and the challenge of that situation. What's important is to, at some point, be able to move into solution. move into solution. And by that I mean moving into emotions that drive actions that feel empowered, actions that are uplifting, actions that are supportive. This is what I mean by moving into the solution, moving into emotions that are in alignment with action that you find supportive and uplifting. So very important to experience the emotions of a situation and that the sadness that comes along with it. But also we don't want to get stuck in that story. And by that I mean we want to make sure that we're moving into solution so that we can really optimize learnings from that circumstance and gain from it as we continue to walk and navigate along this journey. I love you all. Until the next time.